there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home Red State Update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Folks, people, welcome to the Red State Update podcast. My name is Dunlap the Man, and of course, sitting next to me here is my best friend and the oldest living person in the United States and Ukraine. It's Jackie Brawls. Jackie, so good to have you back here with me again to yell about Trump and to, of course, talk about our local sponsors. I know it, Jackie. You can say that again. You sure said a mouthful there when you made those noises. So let's get right to it. Donald Trump is a real motherfucker, and I can't believe that he is the president of the United States of America. Boy, he sure is a fucking asshole. Well, let's get to our sponsors now. Jackie, I've got a sponsor this week that I think you're really going to like. Oh, hey, that's my ringtone. Let me see who this could... Jackie, who the fuck do you think is calling me from North Dakota? Oh, it's probably KVRR's chief meteorologist, Rob Kupek. Hello, is this KVRR's chief meteorologist, Rob Kupek?
Dunlap.
Is this Rob?
Dunlap, is this you?
How's the weather going up there?
Dunlap, I don't know how long I've got to be on this phone, so just listen to me and listen to me good, all right? No one's here right now. They may come and move me again, so just listen to me, listen good.
No, wait a minute. Hold on, Jackie. Just to clarify things, you're in Elk City, Oklahoma?
No, I'm not in Elk City, Oklahoma. I was in Elk City, Oklahoma a while back, every week before last, and then I went to Mason City, Iowa, which that was last week, and now they moved me to Bowman, North Dakota.
I see, because one squirrel, you go to Elk City, Oklahoma. Two squirrels, you take them to Iowa to mate. In Mason City, Iowa, that's where squirrels get busy. And then when they have their babies, which is what you wound up with, a pocket full of kudzu soup full of squirrel babies, you take those up to, where are you, Bowman, North Dakota?
Bowman, North Dakota.
Hey, what's good to eat up there?
I don't know. They just give us these little MRIs to eat, these little packets of things.
You're just eating MRIs up there?
There's a bunch of us up here. And I managed to get away and get to a phone. I don't know how long I've got here. But they won't take the kudzu suit off. They won't take the jacket. In fact, they made me put on a pair of pants and kudzu pants, too. And shoes. Kudzu shoes.
How many squirrels are in the shoes?
I don't know. I can't count. Just a bunch. There's so many, I can't count. They're just all over me. I can feel them crawling and everything else.
Oh, that must be adorable. I wish you could take some pictures of that and send it to me.
No, it's a living hell. It's a living hell.
What's that in the background there? I hear some noises or some...
It's just the damn squirrels all over me. All of these little deaf-eared butt squirrels. I can't see how they're endangered species anymore. Hell, I don't know how many. I'm wearing them. I don't know.
Have you gotten to enjoy any of that good Bowman, North Dakota nightlife?
I haven't been able to leave the compound. I haven't seen anything. Once I got here, they sent me to a warehouse full of other people wearing kudzu clothes. They made them put on extra kudzu clothes, put extra clothes on me. Then they blindfolded all of us and drove us way out into the woods somewhere.
That must be gorgeous.
No, you're blindfolded. I couldn't see nothing. I don't know if it's gorgeous or not. But they told us to wait here. They're going to send in some helicopters and chopper us all off to Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada.
Oh, wow. So this thing is international.
I I guess it is. I don't want to leave the country. I don't know what's going on.
Wait, so let me just make sure I got this straight, because it sounds like you might be confused.
What?
So Elk City, Oklahoma is one squirrel in your kudzu suit. And then Mason City, Iowa is for two squirrels in your kudzu suit so they'll breed. And then when they have them cute, adorable little Instagrammable squirrel babies, you get shipped off to Bowman, North Dakota. That's for squirrel babies to be studied. Now, what happens in Medicine Hat, Alberta?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. You hear the whispers and little sayings here and there, but nobody knows for sure. I don't know what to believe, what not to believe. But something ain't right. They're saying there've been 4 or 5 toppers, and once they go up to Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada, people are never heard of again.
Have you ever ridden on a helicopter before? Because I bet that's going to be fun.
I have been on a helicopter. I don't want to be on a helicopter.
I hope they don't blindfold you when you're on that helicopter, because that'd be fun.
No, it's not. None of this is fun. I don't know what to do. I don't write out congressman or something. Do something to get somebody. Get Bob Corker on the phone before he quit.
Did they blindfold the squirrels too, or are they?
I don't. How could they blindfold the squirrels? They can't even find it in my outfit.
Wow, sounds like you really got your hands full up there, Jackie. I'm glad you're enjoying your trip.
No, it ain't a trip. I'm a hostage. It started out, I was willingly participating, but now at this point, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they're going to do to me. I don't know if I'm going to make it out alive.
Well, while you're out there running around and having fun, I got a little bone to pick with you.
What?
Because I'm still here in the back of, this is no longer, I don't understand what they did here. I have not seen Link Can Opener or Link Can Over in a couple of weeks. Somebody,
well, I don't ever want to see him again. Good.
Somebody came and they boarded up his place here where he makes the suits. There was a suspicious fire, but it was just out front, like in the parking lot, like to keep people away. And the doors are chained and barricaded, and there's all sorts of no trespassing signs. And they spray painted it gray, the whole thing gray, like it was like they were gentrifying the neighborhood. You know that color of gray? You know that gray they paint houses when they're trying to flip them when the neighborhood starts gentrifying? They put up a little short fence also. So I'm not sure exactly what's happening here in the neighborhood, but lucky for me, they always forget about the door in the back that stays propped open to let all the rats and mice in. So I come back here, and I've been podcasting from back here. It's cleared out. There's no kudzu suits or squirrels. It's just me and the rats, and I've grown fond of them, I'll be honest.
It sounds like heaven compared to. I wish I was there with you, but for the toe to pick with old Link Can Opener.
I do have to say, Jackie, though, that you are on my list, my shit list, because you're a fucking asshole. Because
all right, watch your mouth. I ain't gotta hear that. I'm going through it up. I don't want to hear the language.
You cost me my dream job. You fuck. You dumb fuck. You stupid fuck.
Shut your mouth.
Fuck you. I could have been the baloney king of Lower Broadway. I had a good thing going where I was selling bologna sandwiches off my bologna cart to drunk Nashville tourists for $20 a pop, and then they would take a picture of me and Instagram it and say, look what I just did. Then you come out and helped me, and you're even more Instagrammable. And you know how to flip bologna sandwiches, and you know how to chase people away when they, for some reason, keep slapping their palm down on that hot griddle, called to it as if by supernatural forces. And then I got on here and you started blabbing. I got on here and you started blabbing to everybody all about my great baloney idea. And I said, don't steal it. But somebody did. And it was Martin and Dixie Carton and their Bubble Up Baloney crew cart. And they had their own grizzle-load coot. And they challenged me to a get-out-of-town match. A race, a baloney cart race, where we had to go from this location to that one, climb up a rope, and do some push-ups.
I don't care anything about your stupid baloney cart.
Rappel up a bridge.
Shove it up them, too. I'm worried about my life here. I feel like I'm in danger.
I'm worried about my life, because my life was baloney, and I lost a baloney match, and according to baloney law, I now have to get out of town, which is Nashville, which means I can never sell my baloney to drunk tourist Nashville bright old parties again. Bachelorette parties.
Who gives a damn? I don't care whether they let you sell baloney anywhere or not.
I rigged up my baloney cart with all these it was the James Bond of baloney carts.
Oh, hell,
I talked to all these scientists from MTSU, and they were all women in the sciences, and they gave me all these great gadgets. It shot oil. It shot out thumbtacks. They rigged up the robot arm that shot mustard in people's faces, and also they did those sound waves that caused great internal damage. And in the end, because of I don't want to say it's because I'm not in great shape. But I'm going to say I didn't even make it to the first checkpoint.
Well, I ain't in great shape. And I'm stuck all the way out there in I'm in Cohen, North Dakota. They go send me up to Canada, someplace I ain't ever been. It's cold, ain't Westport. Of course, they may put another kudzu suit on me by the time I get up there. Hell, I don't know. I just want to come home. I need to call the senator, call the congressman, get on the phone. I can only be on here for too long before they catch me.
Those scientists told me, they said, hey, just because you have these James Bond tricks to help you cheat doesn't mean you still got to push this cart from here to there, and you're not in shape for it. You're going to do great things for me here. I'm going to shoot this oil. Martin and Dixie Carton are going to slip. They're going to get mustard in their fucking faces. I'm going to laugh my ass off. I'm going to have a cigarette, eat a sandwich, stroll to victory.
These squirrel preservationists are going to kill me.
I may have actually had a small heart attack. Basically, as soon as the starter pistol went off, it scared the fuck out of me. I started hyperventilating.
Watch your mouth.
I collapsed. I blacked out. I was smoking a clove and a regular cigarette at the time in anticipation of my victory celebration. I couldn't catch my breath, blacked out, hit my head on the ground. My foot started shaking and kicked the mustard button, and I got a big snoot full of mustard right up my fucking, and then oil come out on me, and then the thumbtacks, and I was shaking, and I got a bunch of thumbtacks in my ball sack and up my asshole somehow.
Just enough. Did you not hear what I said? My life is maybe in danger.
What I think may have happened, they're saying I had a heart attack, a small heart attack. This is a small heart attack. I think what may have happened is somebody cheated and pushed the button that caused, with the sound waves, that caused the intestinal damage, internal damage.
Is there anybody else there I can talk to? Can you put somebody on the phone? I'm in trouble.
I can spread some of this Jif on the phone and the rats will come lick it.
What?
But no, there's no other person here. Folks, people, it's the Red State Update podcast. I got Jackie Broll sitting right here next. Jackie?
I'm still on the damn phone, and you know I am.
Folks, we have something very important we need to ask you to do right now. We need you to go to all them special podcast places you like to go. Is it Apple Podcasts? Is it Spotify? Is it Overcast or Pocket Cast? Jackie, you know all the podcast places people go. Stitcher Radio, all those podcasts.
It's on the computer. On the computer.
We need you to go to your favorite podcast place, and we need you to look for a podcast called Redneck Matinee. That's our new podcast. That's made by Jackie Brawls, who's sitting right here. What the?
I'm on that damn phone, and you know I am.
And me, Dunlap. It's a look at all your favorite 70s and 80s and some 90s and probably some, I shouldn't have mentioned the date, but a lot of 70s redneck, hillbilly, moonshining, face-kicking, truck-driving, CBing, Jerry reading movies that you like to turn on.
Good movies.
Yeah, the good movies
ones.
like they used to make.
Yep.
Me and Jackie talk about all of them. Well, I mean, we're starting out with about 10. Then we got a bunch more we want to do.
Well, the first two that you can go listen to right now are two real good ones, or one real good one and one half good one. It's White Lightning.
Starring Burt Reynolds?
And the sequel, Gator, also starring Burt Reynolds.
Two different Burt Reynoldses, kind of, but still both pretty good.
Gator's got a lot going for it because Jerry Reed's in that one.
But White Lightning's got a lot going for it because Ned Beatty's in that one.
Yeah, you said that. That's true, yeah.
I guess we're going to have to agree to disagree.
Well, you can hear all our agreeing and disagreeing on our new podcast, Redneck Matinee.
Go get it. Go get it, and rates and reviews.
Rates and reviews, we sure do. Thank you kindly. I hope I eventually get back home to Murfreesboro, Tennessee, so I can do some more of those. I'm looking forward to watching some good movies and talking about it with you afterwards. If I ever make it back.
Well, if you don't make it back, I guess I'll just have to watch all these Dolly Parton movies by myself.
Which ones you'll be watching?
Just Rhinestone.
Not Straight Talk?
I mean, not right away. That's the thing. How do you order these movies? We got a lot of these movies we want to watch, and are you going to start with Straight Talk? I'd say start with Rhinestone. When do you do Smokey and the Bandit? I feel like people want to hear, if you're talking about Southern movies, redneck movies, Smokey and the Bandit is what comes to people's minds right off the bat.
Well, we're going to do that one for sure. I think we can eventually, get the ones like people, the ones people really want to hear, and then we'll move on to Straight Talk and Still Magnolias down the road.
Why are you so sexist? You think people don't want to hear us talk about Still Magnolias?
No, but if it's called Redneck Matinee, they're probably going to want to hear, Smokey and the Bandit first.
Like women ain't rednecks?
Women like Burt Reynolds. Women love Burt Reynolds.
Well, I mean, the ones that ain't stuck on an elevator with him. Or.
Yeah, well, I mean, in the movie, it's not,
Are we going to watch Evening Shade, all the episodes of Evening Shade?
That's TV. We're doing movies.
What about Carter Country?
That's TV.
I don't see why we can't do some TV.
We'll do later on.
I think we need to do we need to do some supplemental podcasts that look at TV shows.
Dukes of Hazzard's one you'd watch.
And then do the movie. Man, we got a bunch of Willie Nelson movies to watch. What about Honeysuckle Rose?
Yeah, a bunch of them. Yeah, Honeysuckle Rose. Yeah.
Oh man,
on the road again.
This podcast is going to take 40 years.
But what do we decide? Right now, you can go listen to White Lightning and Gator. And I think the next two, what did we say we were going to, what's the next two we're going to do? One is Breaker.
Breaker, and Macon County Line.
Macon County Line, yeah. I ain't seen either one of them in years.
But I'm
I
wondering.
remember Breaker is a trucker movie, but there ain't a whole lot of trucks in it.
But Chuck Norris is in it.
Chuck Norris movie. Chuck Norris is in it. That's all,
It's not even
that's
technically
good enough right there.
Southern, except for the truck driving. But Chuck Norris kind of makes it Southern, even though he's not really Southern.
No.
But we're doing it third.
But Southerners like Chuck Norris.
So the Southerners like Donald Trump, too. You see where that got us.
All of them. And all of them. God, he don't star in no movies. Is somebody doing a podcast on that? All the movies that he's been in?
Ugh, those poor sons of bitches. So that's Redneck.
How many movies President Dumbass been in?
I don't know. Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
Did he take over for Eric Bogosian and talk radio on off Broadway once?
Sound like something he do. Look that up on your phone. How many movies he in?
I got the phone's plugged into this thing here. I don't know. Hold on.
I can't. But never mind. I don't even want to know anyway. I just want to know how many damn movies.
This is a good.
I know he had a stupid TV show, but how many movies was he on? I want to know what movies Dumbass is in, so I know if I see it come on the TV, if I see TV guy to see it on the cable chain, just turn it off.
That would be bad to say. I'm going to stop watching the news and take a little break. I'm going to turn over and watch Showtime, see what movies are on there, and then you get a little surprise Trump.
Yep. I know he doesn't in the whole movie, but he just comes on and plays his dumb ass self every now and then. People thought that'd be cute to put him in a movie.
How many movies are Donald Trump like stand-ins, like Gremlins 2? Isn't he supposed to be like a Trump? Like, if you wanted a yuppie rich asshole, and if there was a yuppie rich asshole in New York in the late 80s, early 90s, it was supposed to be Donald Trump. That's the president.
So, yeah.
Like there's a whole bunch of movies with assholes who are fake our presidents. Like a bunch of them.
But the ones, I think, when I read somewhere, I heard somewhere, the movies that he's in, if you wanted to film on one of his properties, if a filmmaker's going to stick something there or whatever, shoot a scene or whatever, you had to put him in the movie. That was part of the deal. He got to be in the movie for a day or whatever.
Everything's terrible. That sounds like somebody I'd like to elect president. The man who demands you put him in your movie.
Well, he demanded that people put him in the White House. I reckon they did.
I want to know, and I hope we find this out tonight. Maybe I'm being a little presumptuous. Maybe as we're talking, people are finding out, watching it. What's that man, the little bitty man on ABC News? What's that little bitty man?
Oh, you talk about the little Stephanopoulos office.
The beginning of his show. What is his name?
Stephanopoulos. I can't pronounce it.
I'm pretty sure you said it right one of those times.
All right, well, that one then.
That little fella, right, the beginning of every show of his, it's like live from ABC Studios, and somebody got the camera pans over to a window, and somebody opens it, and you see a little speck of stardust weave its way on the breeze onto the open palm of a news announcer. It says, "It's George Stephanopoulos." And he lands in the...
Snuffleupagus. Yeah.
And then he grows to about half the size of a man, and he says, "And now the news." And he's a little magical person who lives on the breeze, and he comes into the studio and he talks to Trump fixer Michael Cohen. What do you think we're going to find out on this Michael Cohen interview, Jackie?
Nothing.
Yeah.
He's going to ask him, and I ain't seen this yet. We're recording now, and I ain't got access to a TV anyway, but we're recording on Monday night, and I ain't seen it, but I guarantee you every question he asks him, he's going to say, "I'd love to answer that, but my attorney says I can't speak on that right now." So if you want an hour and a half of that, it's on ABC, I reckon.
I just feel like Trump confesses to more on his Twitter feed than we're ever going to get out of any of this Dick Tracy rogues gallery of New York thugs and pudge faces.
What he say? Everybody saying this Cohen, he was going, my family and my country come first, come before Trump. I mean, after you get caught, yeah.
Yeah, when you were working for Trump, I'm sure it was like, fuck my family. Because you know that Trump made him come into the room. He called him in. He had to do a loyalty oath probably 2 or 3 times a day. Get Cohen in here. Get Cohen in here. You got to do the loyalty oath. Who are you loyal to? I'm loyal to you, boss. I am loyal to you, boss. What about your family? Nuh-uh. No way. So I don't understand. To me, that sounded like him saying, like, to really get Trump mad, saying the opposite of what he said a bunch of times in his office. Like, no, Trump.
He's sending a message to, he must be, that's part of it. What he's trying to do is seem like a nice guy to the people who want to put him in prison right now. That's what he's doing. But I think they probably, whatever they found in his office, they know better than me.
I want to know what he did, though. Like, I don't know if what he did is going to hurt Trump. I don't guess at this point anything's going to hurt Trump. I don't think any of
it's going to. I do, it embarrasses him, but it does for about 5 minutes, and then it don't care anymore. This Stormy Daniels thing, he didn't want that getting out. Porno lady.
We don't know why.
Everybody pretty much. Yeah, why not? Everybody give a damn. And they saying that's what Cohen did, just paid off women, left and right, whatever it did to him, did on them or to them or whatever. God, I don't even want to know. But at least they got paid. I hope they got paid a lot. But they can bring out 20, 30. Well, it don't make a damn bit of difference. I ain't going to hurt him none.
No. But while the cities are burning, I wouldn't mind reading a book by Michael Cohen about all the shit he had to do for Donald Trump.
All he had to do is drive over to someone's house and drop off a suitcase of damn money.
That's hard to do sometimes. Didn't you see The Big Lebowski?
What is it?
If anybody's going to fuck this up, I imagine Michael Cohen is the one who tried to throw a suitcase through a closed window. Taking it to the wrong place.
Well, we know he's done something pretty bad because if a FBI gives permission to break into a lawyer's office and go through all this stuff, they don't do that just for anything. So whatever it is, it ain't good. Well, I'm waiting for Trump to start cussing him. After tonight, I guess get on Twitter twatters or whatever it is, and he'll be saying, "I never liked this piece of shit," or whatever it is it says.
That'll be pretty funny, too. I don't want to lose hope. I don't want to lose sight of what's important. I don't want to just be like, oh, right, I remember those kids in them cages. I don't want to be like, well, how many families they got in there? It's 40 years later. They're just, I don't want to lose sight of the important things, but I do want to take time to enjoy Trump being mad at Michael Cohen. I do want to take time to read about all the stories of Michael Cohen being a dumb fixer. Self-care is important, and if we're going to get through all this, we have to take a minute here or there to turn off the phone, put down the computer, turn off the TV, and go read Michael Cohen's book. Maybe take it from the library so he doesn't get any money. Or maybe just read excerpts online. Get back on, pick up the computer and the phone and read the. But I do want to enjoy the Cohen brothers movie of Michael Cohen's life. But a lot of it's going to be terrible and about how he hurt the country. But before that part, maybe. Like if Goodfellas was about dumber people, something like that.
Yeah, that's what it'll be.
Does he live like in the lap of luxury? Like, I mean, how much money does Michael Cohen have? Like,
well, evidently, he takes a lot of money from people. He says he can get an audit from Trump. He was getting millions of dollars. What, AT&T gives him how many millions of dollars? He's doing all right.
Like, what's he do with that? Like, what's his idea of a fancy restaurant? Like, where does he go? Like, see, making...
Hell, I don't know. Wouldn't know the first thing about it if you told me about it. I don't know what fancy New York people go to eat.
Is he like, this wine is terrible. Putui. Bring me another bottle, though.
Something like that, I reckon, yeah.
Hey, Mexico got a new president. I don't know why they're so fucking lucky.
Watch your mouth, but yeah.
How'd they swing that? Mexico.
Maybe they showed up and voted. You think that could have been it? Maybe. They went to the damn polls and voted.
Well, now they got a lefty president down there. We don't know what, but he's got some Trump big talk tendencies. Are they going to be friends?
Well, the populist, what they call it, popular, whatever. Yeah.
Do you think they're going to be friends or enemies?
And if anything like, they'll be friends for a little while, and they won't be. Remember old North Korea, same thing. Didn't like him, now he's his friend. Goes back and forth. The only one that's ever stayed his friend is Putin. That's about it. The rest of them go back and forth.
And that's not really a friendship so much as it is a case of hero worship.
Well, yeah. Or blackmail, whatever it may be, yeah.
I mean, were Otis and Lex Luthor friends?
I think sometimes Otis thought so, but I don't think Lex Luthor ever thought that. No, he never did, huh?
Yeah.
Never did, and that's what I never did understand about that Superman movie. He's supposed to be the genius criminal mind. Why do you have that idiot around? You think that's smart? Now, I like Otis, don't get me wrong. But if I was going to do some devious, if I'm stealing nuclear weapons, that's not who I would get to assist me in that sort of thing,
No.
Another great Ned Beatty performance, by the way, that I happen to think is the finest American actor of mine and every generation. I think Ned Beatty is one of the greatest actors ever was. You can hear us talk about him on Redneck Matinee.
That's good, Jackie.
Yep.
Good circling back around. Well, wait a minute.
Yep.
We may have actually said
Ned
this.
Ned Beatty can always come up in the conversation. That's another reason. He always.
I hope he hates Trump.
I'm sure he does.
It bummed me out to think about Ned Beatty laying wherever he is, just going, "Oh, I'm so happy Trump's president."
No, he ain't. Ain't no actor like Trump except John Boyd. Don't know Hollywood actors like Trump.
Hey, Jackie, who do you think Donald Trump, our president, is going to put on the Supreme Court?
I don't know. He got a little list. What did he say? He sat down. He's been talking. He's talked to the Greece already. He's meeting with people. You know, I feel sorry for them already, whoever it is. Yeah, they may overturn Roe versus Wade, but hell, they had to sit in a room with him for at least, I would say, probably at least 30 minutes.
The headline said Trump interviews for Supreme Court post or whatever. It said it does anytime a headline puts Trump in the room with somebody, it really makes me laugh. I'm gonna say he is a terrible interviewer. I'm gonna say he doesn't even look at your resume before he goes in there. How long do you think he stayed focused on? I mean, did he even ask them a question about themselves, or did he just go in there and start complaining about Michael Moore?
I'm going to go ahead and make a guess that they do it over food, so he can talk about how good the food is. Do you like this?
That's a
you
good.
Want another piece of cake? You know, that gives him something to do. These are Trump steaks. They're delicious. My chef is from such and such, and he does this and blah blah blah. He cooked for me and my friends on the yacht when we were down in such and such. That's pretty much how I see any interview of his going, and you know, at least 4 or 5 servers bringing, you know, sitting down their fancy plates
full of French fries and tater tots. Yeah, I think that's pretty close, Jackie. I'd say it's definitely something like that. And then he probably tells Kelly or whoever he's still talking to in the White House, like, okay, I'm going to go in here for 5 minutes, and then I want you come knock on the door and say, oh, it's very important. There's a volcano erupting. I said, well, I got to go. I got to go get on the volcano plane and take care of this. It's always something. I want you to knock on
Talk to you soon.
Knock on the door and say, hey, they found him. And I say, Kong? And you say, yes, sir. So, sorry, guys, I got to go. Something important's come up. Hey, but that Roe versus Wade, huh? That won't be around for very long.
Just wanted to make sure you want to get rid of affirmative action. Enjoy your meal.
Let me turn it on Fox News for you so you have something to I can't stand to eat alone. Well, I think that what he's going to do is nominate a woman.
Yep.
Like the most conservative woman. That's how he'll announce it, too. Like right now, he's like, I don't know. It'll be somebody who can. But like most conservative woman in America. Nobody more conservative.
Judge Perino on Fox.
You think there's a list that's supposed to be vetted by the Heritage Foundation and like, I don't know, 3 old cranks who write letters to the editor. Somebody who likes Ron Paul. Like, there's nobody. I don't know. They get the worst people. Like, there's a list, and it's vetted by just the worst people. Vetted it. The worst people they can get to actually vet something, they got to vet it. Like, other people are, like, actually committing crimes, and they're too busy.
Yep.
But he's got to pick a woman, the most conservative woman off this list, and he's gonna say, hey, they're gonna turn that Democrat thing around, where Democrats say, hey, I ain't got a vagina, I can't have a baby. The men say, it's not. I'm doing kind of a male point of view here. The men say, I ain't got a vagina, I'm not gonna get involved in this. So he's going to get a woman, the most conservative woman on the planet, and he's going to say, you know, she's got all the stuff that you need to make a baby. I don't have it. I wish I did, but I don't. So I don't know. If she says it's got to go, it's got to go.
If she says all these women need to be punished, then by God, we're going to punish every one of them.
I said, listen to women. It's 2018. I said we gotta start listening to women. Hey, I don't even need to talk. I need to listen.
Yep.
This woman is so conservative. It's like we transported her from 1873. She's the most conservative. She's like a pioneer woman. We basically got her off of a wagon. She's basically a Puritan. We got the woman from the movie with the witch and the talking goat. Basically, we just got like the most conservative cult people we could find.
So everything's going to be all right.
We found some Catholics who live in a cave since the 1800s, and the priests get to marry 9 women, only 9, and the leader of those women who punishes the others, who doles out the punishment, is going to be our new Supreme Court justice. I don't know why we're always.
Put it past him.
I don't know why it always sounds like we're anti-cat. I don't care. I could have said Southern Baptist. We found some Southern Baptists who live in a cave. We found some Lutherans who live in a cave. But they don't. The only thing they care about, they homeschool, but all their lessons are about abortion. And how affirmative action was important for until 1977. But after that, then everybody was equal. They have 2 lessons. They have 2 books. So I'm not sure who he's going to. It could be a number of people.
Well, I heard tell Democrats are trying to, besides wringing their hands and not knowing what the hell to do or what the hell's going on, I heard tell that their plan is if they get at the House, Senate, get him out of office in 2020, there ain't no place in the Constitution that says you can't have, many judges you want, and they're talking about stacking it up, putting 11 judges instead of 9. Which I have to say, if the shoe was on the other foot, Mitch McConnell wouldn't hesitate for 2 seconds to do that.
Why stop at 11? If they're going to do it, why don't they put 5 or 6 on there?
Well, might as well. I guess maybe they don't want to make a show of it when they start, but by the end of it, who the hell knows what they're going to do.
By the end of it, we're going to have 700, 800 judges. I tell you what, Jackie, here's what you need to invest in right now. Judge robes. Judge robes. Get in on the ground floor on this, because we're going to need many. Like those little people who make clothes for the Vatican. They've done it for hundreds of years. I'm sure Tom Hanks.
Smurfs?
Oh. Do they?
What is it?
Maybe they do. Is Gargamel like a monk?
Little people that make clothes, that's Smurfs, ain't it?
I think you're thinking of, I want to say you're thinking of something else, but you're thinking of the Shoemaker and the Elves.
No, they made shoes. And, I mean, that's a kind of clothes, but not the clothes we're talking about. It's clothes for feet, yes. Clothes for feet is shoes, yes.
Are you thinking of snorks?
I guess that may be it. I don't know.
Maybe.
Cat was always trying to eat them all, right?
The cat, yeah, I guess you are talking about Smurfs. Yeah, the cat was always trying to eat Smurfs, yeah, huh? Are Smurfs
Didn't
Catholic?
they make clothes? I don't know what they are. I can't remember. You said little people make clothes. That's all I thought of. I don't know.
Smurf me, Father, for I have smurfed. Anything else you want to talk about, Jackie? 4th of July, how are you going to celebrate that?
It's Independence Day. Thank you very much. It ain't just a day. It ain't just a number. It's Independence Day. I think back great country started, you know. I fought the Revolutionary War. Mel Gibson, Patrick. I don't know if they all would have gone through it all if they'd know what would wind up with what we got now. Like, what the hell's the point?
Yeah. I would say they wouldn't have. I'm just going to say it. I think if you told them, like, and it ends in the year 2019 is when everything ends with President Trump. I think they'd say no.
Yeah, if you told Mel Gibson, like, 3 of my children are going to get shot and killed for that? No.
Mel Gibson might like it, actually.
Well, whoever it was in Patriot, I don't know about him personally.
Mel Gibson might be like, shoot 3 of my kids and I get Trump. Let me think about it. I'm pretty sure.
Before he went. The Patriot's a good movie. That's before he went crazy and racist.
I hope they still would have dumped that tea in a harbor. That's fun. Just dumping a bunch of shit. Go to the lake, you just dumping a bunch of shit out.
Well, yeah, they probably would have done that just to still do it. They said, well, let's not start a war, but we still, you know, make a mess, you know.
Yeah, you sure can. I don't know how many times I've gone to the lake and somebody been like, hey, where's that other jug of Kool-Aid? And I've been like, I threw that shit in the water. Well, I'm thirsty now. Well, you should have held on to it. You should have kept it between your legs.
Get out there and swim in it.
It's in the water
Where's
now.
my tea? Where's my tea?
I would have been.
All this fancy British men wanting a fancy ass tea. All at the damn river. Yep, this country used to be something else, I have to say.
Happy birthday, America. Sorry.
You know,